of course, that make up the channel, that make it worthwhile coming on and talking and drinking some coffee together and hanging out. It is a very cold, it's not cold. It's a very soggy, wet, very soggy and wet Friday morning. And here it is, folks. It's cool, it's soggy, it's wet. But we need it because we're getting a lot of smoke. We are getting a lot of smoke, guys. And that is a big problem that we're having. We were getting a lot of smoke. So just the shop's all cleaned up. I came in on this Monday with the wife. We mopped everything up. We cleaned up. We even swept underneath the racks. We did a really good job cleaning up the store here, organizing, tidying up, dusting things off, repricing things, and taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Remember this, guys? Who remembers this? Hero Quest. Who remembers this questing game? I might be playing tonight with the family. Yeah. Good morning, Captain Nobody. Rob Hadley in the house. Everybody joining us this morning as we discuss, I don't know. It's like, what do we talk about? Do we talk about the finances? Do we talk about these turbulent markets? We keep calling them uncharted economic waters that we're in. What are we, or how are we? You know what I'm talking about, guys. What is happening, guys? What is happening? I mean, there's a lot happening. But how do we address it? Or how do we digest these things? We got Low Roller Scratcher in the house. 2-time world champion here with us tonight. Or today. Guys, don't forget to join us. I'm going to plug the... Do you see Theresa Tams and you tweet, Mike? I just don't like to follow. I don't even care what these people have to say anymore. I never complied to what they were telling us all these years, and I don't even care what they think or know or what they're telling people anymore because it doesn't matter. It's what these people have to say doesn't matter. What you have to say matters. What you have to tell me or what you are experiencing in your life matters. You know why? Because it's real. What you're experiencing in your life or what's happening around you is real. Yes, but when some political official says, oh, this and that and this and that, we have to work, nobody cares anymore. No one did. Yeah, Andy is saying facts. Yeah. Kane West is buying Parlor. And what is going on? Okay, guys, here is the channel. Thanks for subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to get over and subscribe to this channel where we do Mike in the Night Live with Collins. Uncensored discussion. Last Mike of the Night. Oh, last Mike of the Night's right here. That's what it looks like. 462. And then there's 463 coming up. And that's what 462 looks like. If you want to watch it, it's a really good show. We are 24 weeks out, so we're headed to 23 weeks out, folks. Prepper window. Remember the prepper window we've been talking about? We've been talking about a prepper window. So we are headed to 23 weeks out till spring in the Northern Hemisphere, and that's what we've been counting on the channel. And someone says Twitter blew up. Comments hilarious. Yeah? Send me a link to it because I want to laugh today. I want a good laugh. Kane West mess with the wrong peoples. He have been canceled. Oh yeah, people. BC driver caught doing 270 kilometers in Alberta. Was waiting to see if it was a dude in a red Corvette. No. Wow, BC driver doing 270 kilometers now. In Alberta. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. My car insurance expired last week, so I have my parking insurance and like theft and all that stuff. So my car insurance expired last week. So I've been taking my little blue car around, my Chevy Spark. I think it's a 2017 Chevy Spark I think I have. That's my 4-door. That's what I kind of have for to drive around in the wintertime, right? But yeah, so all these electric cars catching fire down in Florida. I had a friend message me and says, "Mike, yeah, these electric car things are actually a bigger problem than you could imagine. After the hurricane, it looks like the salt air or salt. Because when I was living down in South Florida, I remember there was a transmission shop in Key West, and they had outside hoists outside to lift it up and down cars." And they have parts on shelves outside, like parts that don't get used too often, but parts you may need to rebuild the transmission if needed. You had to wire brush every part because every part was covered in rust. Every part had a coat of rust on it from the ocean salt, and that was just the thing. And then inside the shop, everything was rusted if it didn't get touched in 10, 15 days because of the corrosion from the salt water, right? And that's a big factor that's playing on these cars or these electric cars catching fires and stuff, especially in Florida. Yeah, Low Roller Scratcher saying that Tesla stock is tanking. Tesla car, you can lock you inside your car if the battery dies. Oh, all kinds of weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? My C6 Corvette, the problem with my C6 Corvette is the doors are fully electric. And then if you can't have if your battery dies over the winter or something, you have to go through the trunk and pull on strings to unlock the doors. It's a pain in the ass. But at least there's a system in place to get you out or to get you into the car, right? And that my car is what, a 2008 or 2009? I can't even remember what year my car is. Yeah, it's 2008. So to be really frank with you guys, it's these things they didn't. I don't know how or why people expect people to trust the science when they don't even figure out all the scenarios themselves to figure out if somebody's in trouble. Yeah, electric car dies, you get locked in your car, you can't get out, right? But morning, Mike D. Trent in the house. Everyone's joining us here on this discussion this morning on what is happening here. Man, it's so good to see you guys this morning. It's so good. Comment. Let us know where you're at in the there's not a lot of people watching. Unfortunately, we are severely shadow banned. Ricky Tomato says, Low Roller Scratcher, there's a manual overdrive if that happens. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, we got Vancouver, Canada loves you, says Beatrice. I love you too. Science unquestioned is propaganda. That's questioned. Portland, Oregon, checking in. We got Helix Maxter in the house. Oh yeah, we got a lot of Oregonians watching us. I don't know if it was because I've had Uneducated Economist on Mike in the Night when I think Uneducated Economist had 2,000 subscribers. I don't know if it's because of then, like when people from Oregon started to jump on to because maybe he stated my channel or something, and then maybe people from there saw that and came over to this channel from Oregon, because I got a lot of Oregonians here on the channel. We got Mitch Madden, we got all the guys that call in on Mike in the Night. Really good group of people. Took 15 hours to travel with electric car, the same distance to drive 2 hours in gas. 15 hours? Really? Why, you gotta keep stopping and charging? But Joe Biden said it's the best thing! They're gonna get rid of gas cars! Because Joe Biden said so! That's how it works now! Well, what kind of was this guy's background? He's been a politician his whole life! He doesn't know nothing! He just knows how to lie to people! And what about the people telling him what to say and what to do? Those people are even worse. They don't have term limits. They're in their 30, 40, 50 years screwing with us. I heard Network 126 got in trouble with YouTube. YouTube finally catch him since he is cursing too much. He probably got a YouTube strike. He didn't post a YouTube video for 1 month. Yeah, that's the problem. You see, that's why I kind of want to keep this YouTube channel going, So when people, oh, I got a really good comment. I got a really good comment I want to read for you guys. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see the poster. You're gonna see everything. And I gotta be careful how I read it though, because I don't want to get suspended from the channel. I gotta be careful how I read this comment. That's the thing here. Hold on a second here. There's a way in the back end of the channel so I could go into. Let me see if it's here. Been watching. Okay, yeah. So it hasn't updated on the channel. Okay, let me go to real quick here. Let me go to the manage videos section of my channel. And then let me go to the back end. Let me go to my dashboard. And then I want to show you guys something really cool, okay? Comments. Okay, here it is. So this was from a former subscriber that came back to the channel. Okay? 4 hours ago, Irona Z. So there it is. Your research is top-notch. FY, for your information, I stopped following you a couple of years ago because you praised DeSantis about his response on you-know-what. I thought you were a conspiracy nut. Well, it turns out I was the nut. Please forgive me. I work in healthcare in the OR, and I see clearly the way we are being led like cattle. Everything you said on your channel has come to pass. I owe you huge respect for what you are doing. God bless you and your family from Hamilton, Ontario. So there it is right there. So, and the account has been up for years. So it's not someone made an account to write that. So that's it right there. So people are starting to come to the light, or come, I wouldn't say the light, but coming to understanding reality and facts, and just kind of calling a spade and having to move on in life, right? And having to move on and hopefully understanding, understanding that the government wasn't here to save them. I was watching a video from 7.5 years ago where I was saying, people are worried that the governments are people are not worried anymore because their governments are gonna come and save them and be there for them and support them. Governments didn't come and save diddly squat. If anything, they orchestrated, they created, they manifested, and they destroyed. Plain and simple. Woo! It's Friday morning. FC Porto is going to play Benfica today, so I got around noon. It's really early. It's still early here, so I got that all ready to go. So I do live a normal day-to-day life. People ask, like, are you always researching? I'm not researching. I'm just watching and smelling and tasting and eating and figuring it out as we go along. I sell board games, man. That's my main thing. Are you posting more YouTube shorts, since YouTube will start playing YouTube shorts next year, Mike Martins? I don't know. I'm not trying to, I don't know. I don't want to be famous on here. I don't care. I just want to be able to speak on here. And I understand their rules and regulations, whatever. But then we go on Odyssey and we do our Mike in the Night, and we have call-ins and this and that, and then that's when we really unplug and really discuss and really bring up real matters of the heart, or what's really going on with people when it comes to their jobs, when it comes to their finances, when it comes to dividing of the family, when it comes to all kinds of stuff. Where'd I put my coffee? Oh yeah, here we go. So if you're just joining us, where are you? So we had some people from Oregon. We had some people from Vancouver. I just missed that door. We have some people from, I think I had someone from Australia earlier. Laurel or Scratcher. Oh, Ontario. Ontario, Eastern Canada. I used to live there when I was a kid. Eastern Canada. Yeah, home of the OPP. Campbell River, yeah. In Ohio, having coffee Anatoke says Trump won. Yeah, are you? Wait. I think I asked you this already. Trump won. Are you outside of? I think you were outside of Cincinnati, right? Or are you outside of? I don't think you're in I don't think you're in Cleveland. I think you're outside of Cincinnati. I think last time I think I asked you this by I-75. I think, but I could be wrong. But anyways, oh, closer to Akron, Youngstown area. Okay. Akron, Ohio. That used to be like a little bit of a higher end community, like a little bit of a, I don't know. It used to be. I don't know how it is now, but I know it used to be more of I don't know, like a 5-star higher end community. But I spilled coffee on the floor, and of course I can't find paper to wipe it. That's just how it works, right? Old white guy in the house from Manitoba, Ontario area, Eastern Canada, joining us too. And one day I'm going to find some paper to wipe this floor, but it's going to be a mystery on how I found it. Here it is. But yeah, we got the Greedo in the house. Mackenzie, BC, layoffs happening here. May be a complete shutdown. Only time will tell. That's, hey, you know, when we're going to build back better, or whatever they want to call it, or whatever they feel like calling it, or they're basically, again, destroying, demising us, demonizing us, manifesting bullshit, and that's what it is. That's what it's always been about. It's about manifesting the bullshit and see how far they can get with it. Mad Max, what industry is laying off? It's the lumber industry. Here in BC, the lumber industry has been under a lot of issues here. BC is like riding the Titanic. Yep, that's what it is. Ooh. Elon Musk will lay off 75% of workers on Twitter. That's correct. Because he has to. So 75%, yeah, you don't need that many people walking around confirming that your lie is a truth. And imagine having so many people, imagine being around so many people that would take what The View would say, The View, with Whoopi Goldberg, and other channels like CNN and MSNBC, even Canadian news, take that and make it gospel and rebrand it and tell people. Imagine having to go through all those layers of bullshit all day long. Holy crap. But here where I am, because I'm in the public, I'm a private sector citizen. I own my private business, but I deal with the public, right? And here where I live, people love Hillary Clinton. Love her. They love her so much, and they believe that obviously Trump stole the election from her. And here the rhetoric I hear from people, right? And all this stuff about January 6th and all this and all. Oh my God, they believe all this crap. It's one after another. It's like the layers of crap. Shoot a good-sized buck yesterday? Shot? Oh, good for you. Yeah, you got to be demented. I mean, to live around the lies, to live around the manifestation of lies. That's what we're doing every day. We're going out, we see some Yahoo driving his car with a cabin air filter in his car, filtering the air in his car, wearing a mask. And he's alone. So that's the problem we're in. You know, so this is the, yeah. They're generating more shortages. That's correct. Lead shoe cobbler. Need chest wafers to wade through it all. Yeah, chest wafers. But yeah, that's Mike Martins. You have 18,200 subscribers. You're getting popular on YouTube. I don't think I'm getting popular on YouTube. I think what's happening is that more and more channels are getting kicked off of YouTube. That's why. Not because people are starting to realize, oh, who's this guy? Or what has this guy been saying for the last 10 years on here? It's not even that. Nobody cares. Because if people cared, they would have listened long time ago to what I was saying about cities, brain drains, middle class disappearing, all the stuff, food shortages coming up, wages not keeping up with inflation. And if you dominate people with violence, the only thing they have back is to fight back. And phrases stolen from us and used on other channels over all these years, nobody really cares. But I'm thinking the only reason why people are subscribing to me or finding me, very simple. Simple. It's because everyone's leaving you. Everyone that matters or that's trying to generate discussion is leaving YouTube, right? So a lot of those people that are leaving YouTube only been on YouTube 2, 3, sometimes even 4 years. Like, they haven't been on here. Like, again, my first channel was taken down in 2012, right? And I had 31,000 subscribers. Mike, test the water. What you live people sound sick. Yeah, I've actually tested the water. The water's actually not bad in my area at all. Lots of channels are gone now, says old white guy. Yeah, that's the only reason why. I've picked up in subscriptions, but when the internet went down across Canada, this is the second time it went down like this in the last 10 years. And the second time it went down, I got to like 3,000, 4,000 subscribers in one day. Because my channel, because I know, as sure as my name, as sure as my own name, the Canadian government is working with platforms like this to censor us. They're working hard together in conjunction with us, especially Canadian people, just people in Canada in general, right? Because God forbid we talk about certain things, or God forbid we bring up certain things that contradicts what they're trying to tell us today. Haha. No, too much fluoride in the water. No, we don't have fluoride in the water here. Several times I went to different health facilities here in town. They were telling me, make sure your children use toothpaste with fluoride because they don't put fluoride in the water in Merritt. So I think it's a good idea that you go ahead and use toothpaste with fluoride for your children. That's what the doctors tell me, right? And then we brought up that article on the CTV or the CBC where American was caught not fluoridating the water, and the children in the community were noticing cavities all over their teeth. But what about areas that don't have fluoridated water? And then I'm reading the article from the CBC. It's up from last week. You can look it up. Just say American City fluoridated water CTV. Read the article. He was caught. He wasn't fluoridating the water. And all these kids were having all these cavities. The mom was saying, my kid is eating a lot of sweets though, but I know it's the fluoridated water that's causing him to have cavities in his teeth. Okay, you know what? It sounds like I'm making this up. So let's look it up. I even brought it up on the Kevin J. Johnson show the other day? Watch this. Because it sounds like it's bullshit I'm making up. So let's go over here. All right, I think it was the CTV. I think it's CTV. Fluoridated. Okay, let me look it up backwards. Fluoridated water. U.S. City. CTV. Oh, let me find it for you guys. Here we go. CTV. Do you think I'm making this up? Here it goes. U.S. town employee quietly lowered fluoride in water for years. Oh my God, he's saving lives. But because so watch. This is what it is. What they're saying here in Canada. Residents of a small community in Vermont were blindsided last month by the news an official in their water department quietly lowered the fluoride levels nearly 4 years ago, giving rise to worries about their children's dental health and transparent government. Wow. And highlighting the enduring misinformation about water fluoridation. Kathy Mather, who lives in Richmond, a town of 4,100 in northeast Vermont, said, at a water commission meeting this week that her dentist recently found her two kids' first cavities. She acknowledged that they eat a lot of sugar. Hey, maybe it's that, you stupid. And noted that her dentist recommended against supplemental fluoride because the town's water should be doing the trick. And there it is right there. And then they're coming up conspiracies and this and that. Wow. So there it is. There it is right there. You can't make this up. Okay? Don't make me look up the last election results in Alberta and Calgary and Edmonton, how people voted to put fluoride in the water, 98%. I could look that up too from the last election where they voted for fluoride in the water. So this is the problem we're facing here. Everything is politicized. And it's backed up by political science. Okay, who's in the Blunt News? Don't anger him. You'll be turned into a newt. Fluoride is a sedative, also poisonous. Yeah, 100 quadrillion %. You know what it does to your skeletal system? Freaking destroys you, man, inside out. Isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a scientist, right? I haven't been on The View, but I could tell you that I know it's a byproduct of aluminum, or something like that, from aluminum byproduct when they're fabricating or producing aluminum. So this is I don't know, man. I don't it's getting to that point now. It's getting to that point where we have to seriously start considering figuring out what we want continuity of humanity. We want to continue. Did you guys just see what Biden just said? What did he say? I noticed they changed all the history textbooks in the high schools. Of course, they have to. They have to change. The Portuguese no longer exist in history. It's the French, the Dutch, all the people that screwed up the world are the ones that made history. So M is calling it a neurotoxin. That's what it is, a neurotoxin. Did you all see there was a cheese factory explosion in France? Debris everywhere. Yeah, so Blunt News says Republicans will crush the economy and threaten us, our dollar status. No, I have an article open conveniently to the dollar status right here. This is Russia's war on U.S., and there it is right here. U.S. lawmakers look to lock in $50 billion military aid to Ukraine before January, and that is today's date. Heck, it's actually posted before my own time. Look at that. It's 10:30 where I am, and this was posted at 10:54 in the morning. Before I even made this video, or before I even opened this thing. So there it is right there. Look at that. And I've been calling this, and hopefully a bigger channel could take this and run with it and be a hero. It's Russia's war of attrition on the United States, bleeding them financially. Hopefully a big channel could take this. Front it. You're the hero. I suggest jarring meats and canning. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. I made all my Portuguese shirties. I smoked, I don't know, like 75 sausages, shrank them, shrank them in the plastic and put them in my deep freezers. Oh, but if they turn off the power on you, Mike, I got solar. I got a battery that can run that. I got a professional, a deep iron phosphate lithium ion, 8,000 cycle battery, that size of a fridge, that could power those fridges, basically for months on end without a recharge. Could charge a cell phone for eternity. So, Canada gives 17 billion in total support to the Ukraine. Of course. Mike, could we see? Yeah. I already showed you. I showed you a picture of the battery too. I have it here somewhere. It's that Husky battery that I have. That I don't know where I put I did a print off of it so I could read the specifications while I was programming the inverter. But yeah, that's something that basically it's good. Just go to bigbattery.com and you will see it, right? Oh, Blunt News just sent me a video on Skype. We should get Blunt News back on the show. We haven't had him in a while. I know the time difference is nuts. When we do Mike in the Night, I think it's 3 o'clock in the morning where he is. So, someone says, I love Portuguese food. My wife is Brazilian. I sent you on Skype. Yeah, I'll have to look at it later because I can't play it while I'm doing this on the phone. I need a battery. I only have 100 amp hour LiPo 4. Yeah, 100 amp hour, but how many volts though? Oh, Blunt News is back in Canada. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, 100 amp hour LiPo. Okay, Blunt News will call tomorrow night. So LiPo, guys, okay, 100 amp hours. Okay, you need to tell me how many volts. Is it 12 volts, 24 volts, 48 volt battery? Because that makes a difference. It makes a big difference. Right? So, man. Oh, you want to see the sausage? Yeah, I have it. You know what? I think I made a video on my YouTube channel like last year when we were doing it, and the year because we do it every year, right? So this next year coming, we're gonna prepare the meat with the kids. The kids are gonna get their hands dirty, and the kids are gonna make sausages this next year. So they learn, and they're gonna be doing it because they're still 8 and 6, and they can make a mess easily. But next year they're gonna be 9 and 7 and 4, and they're gonna start. And they're going to learn how to make Portuguese sausages. I want to make some wine, too. But making wine, I mean, I don't drink a lot of wine for me to make it. But it's always good to bottle and have, too, right? Because when my dad used to make batches of wine, he'd have like 7 barrels of wine. Like, literally 7 barrels of wine, full of wine. And he'd bottle it, give it to his friends. And I want to get back into that tradition, right? Yeah, a 12-volt battery. Yeah, see, what I'd do if I were you, I would just buy another one of them and run them in parallel. Run them in parallel. Run the two 12-volt batteries in parallel, not series. Parallel. Run them in parallel. Should be okay. Okay, what else we got going on here? Well, we got 49 people watching. Morning Coffee with Mike. Hope everybody is enjoying their morning coffee with Mike. Just hanging out here at the shop, taking care of business. And what else we got here? Guys, don't forget. Let's go over some community stuff here. So let's go to community. So, Biden to order US dollar replaced by trackable spyware version. Hello, is it me you're looking for? And I think I read this comment for you here. And I'm going to like, and I'm going to love it, and I'm going to pin it to the top for everybody to read. Your research is top-notch. For your information, I stopped following you a couple of years ago because you praised DeSantis about his response to the you-know-what. I thought you were a conspiracy nut. Well, it turns out that I was the nut. Please forgive me. I work in healthcare in the OR, and I see clearly the way we are being led like cattle. Everything you said on your channel has come to pass. I owe you huge respect for what you are doing. God bless you and your family. So I'm going to keep bringing this up once in a while, just so people understand that people make mistakes, and it doesn't matter to take accountability on maybe not misunderstanding something or coming forward with something or being true to yourself, right? U.S. military bases sell Chinese government-made smart devices with privacy policies stating data can be sent to China. That's the Mike of the Night episode coming up. And there's that idiot that too much BS on the go, can't take the heat in the kitchen, so she goes ahead and leaves Parliament. UK Prime Minister, family shocked when battery replacement for electric vehicle is $20,000, and we are just getting started. Watch the shock people will get when they figure out the last 3 years, and we ain't talking about batteries on here, you know. And this, somebody came into my store with this. This is not photoshopped or anything. A man came into my store to show me this. I live in Canada, by the way. See, I told you Trump stole the election from her. I said nothing in return, needed to save my energy to pick my nose. So there it is right there. Hillary Clinton has a 91% chance to win against Donald Trump. And I told people this, and people come in and still show me this, that Trump stole the election from her, that she was the best. And just more and more. And there's, our economy is strong as hell, says Joe Biden. Yeah! So there it is right there. All right, guys, don't forget, guys, this, in one day, we're going to have an episode here of Mike in the Night. That's what it looks like right there. Don't forget to join us. Episode 463 is coming up. We are, what are we going to be? We are going to be 23, we're going to be 23 weeks out this Saturday into the spring. That's the preppers window we've been talking about. So there's the episode of Mike in the Night. That's 462. If you missed it, go to 462. This is what it looks like. If you missed it, go here on Odyssey, and you can watch 462. It's really good. We had a lot of good callers. The Raven called in and everyone. The Iceman in the house. Yeah, the Iceman was there too on that episode of Mike in the Night. And yeah, she beat Kim Campbell's record. Yeah, I've been hearing people saying that. Okay, scream power. It's 100 amp hour, 12 volts. Oh, that means that's awesome about this sausage. Yeah, so 100 amp hours. Yeah, just if you want to increase whatever you're charging or whatever you're powering, just if it's only at 12 volts, your inverter's 12 volts, your battery's 12 volts, everything you're working is 12 volts. Just run another 12 volts or up to 4. Maybe I think you can run up to 6 12-volt batteries in parallel, not series. Don't run nothing in series, okay? Yeah, these people are delusional. Glad I caught you live. There you go. That's the girl that commented right there on the thing that was telling us. And there's nothing wrong with people coming forward and saying, because once we start to realize what the game is, because this is all a game. Once we get the game, we could already anticipate their moves ahead. We're anticipating what their next move is going to be. It's like playing chess or playing one of these board games here. Once you get the game, once you understand the rules of the game, then you understand what they have next to do. My thing, and it's been bothering me for a long time now, is I have this really bad feeling from spring when the first week of spring. I was making videos for you guys talking about something specific. They're coming for our electricity. I have a feeling they're going to come either for natural gas or electricity or whatever we heat our homes with. I got this really bad feeling, and I can't kick it. I took this so seriously that I put like 48 or 40 whatever solar panels on my roof. Did it myself with a couple of friends. And then I got a Red Seal professional electrician to go through everything for me and set everything up properly, all the proper gauge wires, make sure everything. So half my house is off grid. Half of my house is running off of sun in the day and battery at night, and recharges through in the morning when the sun comes back, right? So I'm getting that. So that's how sure I am that something like this might happen. Because if they really want to punish us, people were saying, Yeah, Mike, they're just going to shut off the internet and people can't talk anymore. I think they'll go one up even further. I think they're going to, who cares about the internet? They're just going to shut off the power. And once they take the power, you can't buy gasoline for your car because those pumps work on electric. You can't go buy something even if you have cash. The grocery stores only have so much generation power or generator power, right? You see where I'm going here? They're demonic. Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. I hope I'm demonic for thinking this out. Yeah. I hope God hears me, that I'm totally out of my nutsack for thinking something like this will be done to us. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm so dead wrong. We got 23 weeks. This Saturday, tomorrow, will be 23 weeks until we're back into spring. Will we see parts of Canada? Parts of Canada are already crying for power and telling people to cut back, just like Europe. Yeah, keep using cash as much as possible, says M. Big Rob New Zealand saying, I'm buying a generator. Good. Make sure if you buy a generator, guys, I got a neighbor I'm into solar. He's into this whole generator thing. Buy a generator that runs off diesel, natural gas, and there was one more, electricity. But you're thinking, Mike, why would I get a generator to produce electricity, but it runs off electricity? Because the electrical side of it allows you to plug it into a battery bank and or a solar system. Right? I think it's natural gas, diesel, and there's one more fuel it runs off. And you can plug it in also. Again, you would want to plug it in to a battery bank. There used to be a trick. I don't know if it's possible. You're going to have to look it up, where you could actually run a generator off of a car, because a car, the whole electronic system of a car produces a lot of voltage. You could power a whole house with a car. There used to be a trick or a way where you could run power from your car and leave it running outside and actually run wires into your fuse or create a transfer switch outside the house, and you could plug your car, like, those charging cables. There used to be a trick back in the 80s and 90s. I remember vaguely. I was a kid. But there are ways where your vehicle could power your house. But they don't want that, because they don't want someone idling their vehicle outside to save their family inside the house from freezing to death. You know what I'm saying? So that's the deal. Like, there's ways of doing this, because a car produces so much voltage, you have no idea. They have relays, they have fuses and switches and all that stuff, because that's how much power an engine of a car could produce electricity-wise in voltage. It could power a whole small, like a small, not a factory, but a small commercial building if it had to. But these are the things they don't want to tell us, right? But anyways, I'm just kind of throwing things out there. But yeah, man, it's Friday. It's Friday morning here. I'm going to watch my soccer match soon. FC Porto is playing Benfica, keeping the culture alive. I'm living in my camper in an industrial side of the city. Someone saying energy shortages coming to Canada. It's a given. Wait until we see how Europe suffers. Yeah, because the thing is, I could picture the Canadian government sitting down and saying, okay, why is Europe ahead of us on this? Why is Europe making their people suffer more than we are? And I could see the Canadian government sitting down saying, this is not right. We need to do this more. We need to find a way to punish our people even more. Because this is not fair that Europe is ahead of us. We need to punish our people more. Right? That's, our governments are pissed off because Europe is ahead in ruining it for everybody. And Canada, Australia, they'll be, whoa, we're supposed to be ruining people's lives faster. Yeah, we need to be ready. That's what it is. We need to be ready. I'm gonna camperize my truck just in case something crazy happens. Yeah. So basically, you want to have a bug out. Have a bug out bag. I've made videos on here. I have bug out bags in my house ready to go. If we have to leave, we just take the bags. We have food in them, all kinds of portable waters and all kinds of stuff, tools, axes, tarps, ropes. I did, compasses and stuff like that. I already have bags. So there's enough of us to carry a bag each, enough of us in our family to basically set up a small commune outside in the woods if we have to, right? For me, I walk 6, 7 miles out by walking. A good half day's walk in the sun will put me out here in the mountains, like in wilderness, right? If I have to, right? So when people say, "Oh, Mike, why are you still there in marriage? Why are you living in that small town?" Because where I have it, even when Lenny Pooh came to see me for my wedding, when she came to see my house and came to see where I was, she goes, "This is perfect. This is number one." Why? I go, "Why? You're in the mountains. You're literally surrounded by mountains. You have fresh water. You have lakes." She says, "I drove by so many lakes and rivers on the way here. You have wild game. You have everything here. You walk out a mile, 2 miles, you're already in hunting territory, right?" They claim there's 7,000 people in this town. I don't even think there's 3,000 people in this town, to be honest with you. So when people tell me, like, "Oh, Mike, get out of where you are. You're being harassed there by another business." Who cares? This is the best place to be, right? So we got Billy T in the house saying hi, Mike. Who else we got? We got John 23Z in the house. Is Chevy G20 van or GMC Vendura are the best old campers. Yeah, I like the ones with the ladders on the back and the teardrop window in the back. Yeah, Henry is saying, watch out for large critters while you're in the forest. Yeah, but if you have stuff like bear mace, I mean, you keep a fire going all the time. I don't know. It's gonna. You know what? It's better to take your chances than being in a situation where you have a gun to your head. You know what I'm saying? Or you're being forced to do something you shouldn't be. As you know what I mean. So we got Faye from Cornwall, Ontario. Oh, I still remember my dad, how he used to pronounce a Cornwall, because we're Portuguese, right? So it's a Cornwall, right? So, but yeah, so that's what's going down, folks. It's going down for real, and that's why we've been talking this through. We're talking this through, and we're just here hanging out. I'm drinking a coffee. I'm no scholar or educated or whatever. I'm just here because I'm seeing, I'm in the private sector. I'm a private citizen. I've paid my dues all my life to be told to be basically disenfranchised from community. I couldn't even go see my son play hockey for a year and a half because I didn't take no juice. So we got Beatrice in the house. We got Em in the house. Who else we got here? Mad Max is always here. Iceman's always here too. Blunt News is back in Canada apparently, so we'll get an update on him and what's going on. Hopefully, I don't know if he has a studio set or what he's got going on, but we'll find out this Saturday on Mike at the Night on what is going down. The juice is evil. Yeah, the juice is evil. We knew it was evil from day one. You should watch on my backup channel how they're going to make you take a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth juice before all the big boys were saying it. We were saying it back, I think it was in March of... No. September 2020. Yeah. Towards they're going to be making this and they're going to save lives and blah, blah, blah. Then they flipped the script like I told you. They're going to flip the script. Remember that? They're going to flip the script. But yeah, it's all happening. World's largest radioactive waste melter halted in eastern Washington. It was overheating at Hanford the other day. So radioactive waste melter. Huh. Does that provide power for people, or is that a way to produce? What is the most loved video game today? I don't really know. I don't really play video games. I play I play board games, folks. I sit down and at the table, play games, and talk to people, roll dice, collect chips, work management. I don't know. It's all good stuff. But if you want me to recommend you a really good, I could render. I could remember. Honestly, you're a prepper. You're prepping. You're organizing. You're getting your shit together. Have a few board games. I mean, don't buy them from me. The shipping is expensive. Don't even bother. Go to your local store and buy one. I'm going to recommend this one for you guys. Don't judge it by its cover because it does look intimidating. This is the best if you want to have a game at the house to play with the family and stuff. Look at this one. This game is called Lords of Waterdeep. Please do not judge it by its cover because it looks intimidating. This is the easiest work management game I have in my store. This is one of the most easiest games to play, easiest to understand, and it literally takes 1 or 2 turns to figure out the game. You're sending out your workers to places to pick up cubes and using those cubes to complete these quests and then gaining their points. I really recommend this game for people that don't play board games and don't want to really learn a lot of rules. It's called Lords of Waterdeep. Yes. It's simple. And when my smallest turns 4, because she's 3 now, I'm going to play with all my kids. Because then the other one will be 7 and 9, and we could play Lords of Waterdeep. It's actually that easy. Very simple. Watch YouTube videos and reviews about it. You're literally playing in 6 minutes, but it's good. Because it's a complete work management game. You ain't rolling any dice. You're not moving around a board. You're only collecting points around the board, but you're not moving around doing things like you would in Monopoly. It's actually more, life. The board game is great. The game of life, I think I have that here. That's more of a mainstream game. Hi, Mike. How does that game compare to Machikoro? The family loves that one. Yeah, Machikoro is a great game, right? I think I remember you buying this for me in the comments. There's Machikoro there. So if you want to compare it to Machikoro, if the family likes Machikoro, Lords of Waterdeep is another step up. Not complexity. That song will be more complicated. It'll just be a whole different work management aspect of the game. Do you have Mousetrap? Yes, I do. The original one, too, with the original trap. I have it somewhere here. I do have Mousetrap. But, again, these are mainstream Walmart games, right? If you guys really want to, if you have the time, Dominion. Go on your phone, or your tablet, or wherever you're watching this damn thing on, or your Steam. It's free. Get Dominion. Play it on your phone. Play it a few times. Learn how to play the game. And say, holy crap, I want to buy the physical version and play with my kids and family. Here's another one, look. There it is. Dominion. 30-minute game. Best game you'll ever play. Especially when you're on lockdown, or you're candlelit, or you're trying to pass the time. Play Dominion. Emma's saying, I need a friend to play it with me. Oh, it's you know what it is? A lot of people say, no one wants to play. Once you get them and play 3 rounds with them, they'll never, like Lost Cities. If I sit down and play a round of Lost Cities with you, you'd be like, let's play again, because it's 30 minutes. Let's play again. Let's play again. It becomes like that kind of, it's a good addictiveness, because you're off of the damn electronics. You are interacting with each other. Tonight, we're going to have food. We're going to have dinner tonight at the house. We're going to be ordering in. And we're going to make it a board game night, right? The kids want to keep playing this one. And it's just basically a questing game. You're going around questing and opening rooms and discovering treasure. It's actually not hard at all, and the kids play it. They like that kind of stuff, questing and finding things. But I don't know. I'm going to see what we're going to play tonight. But we're going to definitely play a board game tonight. But Lords of Waterdeep, guys, I promise you I am not wasting your time with it. You'll look at it, it looks intimidating. I don't know if anyone wants to play this. Play it, and you'll see. And you'll come back to me and say, holy crap, Mike, now I know how you've been in business for so many years. Well, it's 11 o'clock. I'm opening my doors here. There it is right there. It's a beautiful rainy day. But we needed the smoke up that's coming up. That's actually smoke. So we actually needed the rain to rain over us here in Merritt, British Columbia. Someone's playing some music. Vamos a la playa. Oh, oh. But it's not cold, though. It's actually nice. I'm going to leave the door open. And come down and visit me anytime you want to come and see me. Heck, I'll play a game with you if you come and see me. I'll play a board game with you. How's about that? But, yeah, that's that, folks. Guys, don't forget to join us on Mike of the Night this Saturday on Odyssey. I promise it's worth the time. I promise you it is. Because here we're just kind of talking. We're not really, kind of just talking, right? But prepare, guys. We got 23 weeks left, or what was it? We're going into 23 weeks left. As the window gets closer, if you're prepared, as the window gets smaller, once we get to 16 weeks left till spring, 12 weeks left till spring, 10 weeks, I could ease up a bit and relax. Then I'll have enough food to last me all summer long and next winter if I really need to. So, someone's saying, glad the rain is here. Yeah, me too. We haven't had rain in a while. Mike, yes. Watch coming back, says Billy T. Yes, Billy, it's rumored that there was visiting 10 Downing Street a couple of days ago. I'm just reading the comments here. Anyways, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to get ready to watch my soccer match. I'll see you guys on the flip side. And thanks for joining and being part of the channel. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.